Hello everyone, it's Bernina Jeff at High Fashion Sewing Machines and Quilt Shop. Quilt Shop is the theme of today. We're doing a little quilt gadget video, and it's going to feature one of our favorite quilt gadgets. It's a Creative Grids. It's called the Folded Corner Clipper, and it's perfect for making a specific type of block. And we're going to have Lynn and company help us with it. It comes in two sizes. This is probably the most popular size, and it comes in an XL size too. So we're going to pass this on, and I will be the camera guy, and here we go.
Okay, can I get this on?
So
Okay.
on the right we have Trista, on the left we have Lynn, and here we go.
Okay. I'm doing a class in March called Summer Season, and I just fell in love with this quilt. I love a white background with multicolors. It just is happy. It just reminded me of a quilt that I had on my bed when I was a little girl that my great-grandmother made, hand quilted, beautiful. So I wanted to do a class with it, and I didn't think it would be too hard. The pattern calls for using layer cakes, 10-inch layer cakes, and then you mark it. You put a light on top of a colored, and you mark it, and you can get 8 half-square triangles out of each 2 pieces of layer cakes. Isn't that pretty?
Yeah, some of those layer cake bundles you just bought because you love and you don't know what to do with them. This is
You
a
could.
great project.
Maybe. One of the reasons why people who teach classes here at High Fashion, we do samples and we do make the quilt prior to we give the class, is so that you can work out kinks. And as I was doing this quilt, the pattern called for, the pattern is, the blocks end up being 16 inches wide, and there's 4 by 5. And that's a big quilt. So I decided to make it 3 by 4, which was better. But what happened is that when you cut out of the layer cake, you cut the 8, you mark, and then you cut. Every single one of those had to be squared up. Nobody likes to square up half square. We all like half square triangles. Nobody likes to square them up. And I was like, V8 moment. Why didn't I use the folded corner clipper? And so I made the quilt, and that's okay. Can you grab that, Trista? And it turned out so cute, and I quilted it on the 990 Bernina in the hoop. It was wonderful. It was so cool. But anyway, that's the quilt. And what I wanted was that, but more colorful. I ended up supplementing a lot of my own scrap fabrics, because when you get a layer cake, you get 42 10-inch squares, and they're from the fabric line, and a lot of them are light colored background. And for this to pop, you don't need any light colored background ones. So I decided I'm making another one. I'm in the process. And I thought, if you use the folded corner clipper, you are not going to have to square up. And I mean it. It's so minimal that it's just a wonderful, wonderful tool.
Show me.
Trista hasn't used it, and she wants me to show her. So you're going to start, the pattern calls for 4.5-inch squares. That's what you're supposed to square. Each half square triangle will be 4.5 inches. So I cut 2 strips, 4.5 inches. Now, if you are not confident that you're going to be okay, you could cut them at 4 5/8 or 4 3/4, but you will have to square them up. So now I'm going to, this is how I do it, is I lay, you've got this, the small one goes to 5 inches. Here's 4.5. And I'm going to lay that right there. This little notch is going to be there at the top, and my 4.5 line is at the bottom. Cut off the selvages, and then I'm going to come through here. just like that. And then I like to cut off the little dog ears. They bother me. And they also, I feel like it's helpful. So there we have 2 pieces. Now, on this fabric is cut from selvage to selvage with the fabric, and I can get 16 half square triangles out of this strip. So after I've cut this one where I had the ruler going that way, I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to lay the small part on top. There my 4.5 is at the bottom. And I'm going to nip off that little dog ear. No marking. You do not have to mark, you don't have to make any X's, you don't have to sew on either side of the line. But that's what you're going to do, is you're just going to keep flipping.
So does this tool only make 4.5 inch?
No, you can make, actually one of the other reasons why I like using this is I like to starch my fabric before I piece it. Simply because I feel I have more stability, less fraying, and I just feel like I get a better product. So you can,
like there's markings all the way down.
All the way down. You can go from 1 inch to 5 inch. If you get the big one, you can go from 1 inch to 10 inch. I haven't really ever found a need for using, one that big. The other thing that this ruler is good for, it isn't just half square triangles. It does absolutely fabulous flying geese. It does snowballs. When I am piecing together my borders, if I'm putting on a border, a stop border or something, I will use this, and I get my diagonal cut and I put it together. It's fabulous. It's like everything is accurate. I cannot tell you how wonderful this is. But the other thing that I wanted is I wanted lots of variety in my colors. So I was able to go through my stash. I picked out 4 fabrics from a fabric line that we had here on the floor. And then I just added to it different pieces of fabric that I had at home, that were left over from projects that I could use. And when you're using the folded corner clipper, you can do that. And I ended up with lots of different fabrics, and it'll be real cute when it's done.
So you could audition a bunch without a lot of work.
Yes, yes. You can just go in, find things, and this is it's just so fun. And it's so easy if you're using this method, I think. It was much harder. I have the experience of doing both the layer cakes and the folded corner clipper method. Highly superior, just because lots of advantages. Anyway, I'm going to come over and I'm going to show you how I stitch them. If we can move.
Hand this off to Trista.
Do we have, could you hand me that? Oh, I need the salvage thing. Thanks.
We did buy no.
Now I go through. I've got this going pretty slow because I don't have the foot pedal on. I just put my 1/4 inch foot and it comes down. And there it is. It's done. And I'm going to press it, set the seams.
Now what's the general rule which direction to press? I'm a beginner quilter.
Okay, general rule has always been to press to the dark. But a lot of times, when I first started quilting, they said, you never press seams open. And then it became, you know, what people were avoiding was bulk in the seams for their quilters, for the people who were doing their quilting, or if they were doing their own quilting. It just keeps them from having a lot of bulk. There were parts of this that I did press my seams open when I was sewing them together, just simply because I had less bulk and it just made it a little bit easier. But you can whip these up so quickly. So it's a great tool. And
accuracy matters on a quilt.
It does, and it's like I teach the beginning piecing class, and I've got the trifecta: accurate cutting, accurate seams, and accurate pressing. And when you do get those three right, you're going to be spot on. Your points are going to come together, and that's where that's where the happiness lies, is when you get done with the quilt and you go, aha. So anyway,
all right, so if you can't find these products at your local quilt shop, you can go to my Shopify account, which is bernina-jeff.myshopify.com, and search corner, clipper, creative grid, you know, something to that sort. If you can't remember, you say quilt ruler, I don't know.
Folded corner clipper, or but this one, it's like they've got a what is it, a QR? Yeah. QR, I'm old school. Trista had to remind me what it was this morning. QR code, and there's also instructions in here on all of the different things that you can do with the folded corner clipper. There's also other videos online, but I'm just hoping that my students that are going to take my class in March, that you'll look at both methods, study the pattern, and decide which method you want to do first. If you don't mind, if that's fun for you, then go for it and do the 10-inch squares. If you want something a little easier, try the folded corner clipper. I bought it years ago, and I have never regretted buying it. It has increased my accuracy in my quilting, and I pass the information on to anybody I can. I've sold a lot here at the store. I had a lady come in last summer. She had 800 and some half square triangles to do for a quilt that she was doing for somebody, and she was like, oh, she was so, and I showed her this. She came back in a couple months later, and she said that made a world of difference for her. She was so glad I had showed her, and it does a great job. You can make all different kinds of, you know, sizes. You could do 1.5, 2. You could take a jelly roll, and you could probably do this quilt. That's the other thing using this method, is you can change the size of the quilt by just adjusting what you want to use for your squares. Instead of 4.5, maybe you want to use all 5 of the squares. You want 5 across because you like that look, but you don't want it quite that big. This one finishes up, I believe, at 79 by 95. So if you want something smaller, you could do 3.5-inch squares, and that, you know, cut them at 3.5, or you could do 2.5, and you're still going to have a great, like 2.5-inch squares that make a great baby quilt. So anyway, I hope you'll try it. If you have any questions, you can talk to Lynn at the store. For my future students that are going to take the class, enjoy. Take care. Merry Christmas.